Dear friends, and welcome to our daily celebration. Today is National Nursing Day. Today is National Nursing Day. It is also the National Week of Nurses and Health Workers. International Week of Nurses and Health Workers. So this week we are going to be celebrating the nurses and all the health workers. So what we are celebrating today, my dear friends in Christ, is in commemoration of the famous Florence Nightingale. In fact, it is her birthday, May 12, 1820. She was born on May 12, 1820, and she died on August 13, 1910. It is believed that she was the founder of what we have today as nursing guide. Now, how did that come about? She became well known as she was taking care of the wounded soldiers during the Crimean War. So Nightingale was also known as the lady with the lamp. Why lady with the lamp? Because even at night, you will see her making rounds, ensuring that the wounded soldiers were treated. So that is why we decided to honor her by declaring today National Nurses Day. And as I said, from this 12 day, from today, May 6th and then May 16th is a whole week celebration for nurses and health workers. International Nurses Day will be, the climax of the whole celebration will be on May 12th when we celebrate International Nurses Day. So, before we start discussing the benefit of the nurses' career, because that is what we are going to focus on today. Maybe the day we will celebrate International Nurses Day, we shall look at some of the challenges our nurses are facing. So today we are going to focus primarily on the benefits of the nursing career. And incidentally, some of our members are health workers. Please, if you're a health worker, you kindly indicate and tell us the country where you are serving. We are celebrating you today. Health workers in the house, please indicate and tell us the country where you are serving. Either as a nurse, any form of health worker. Please kindly indicate, because we are going to celebrate you today. And as they indicate, please, you join me to celebrate them. You join me to pray for them. Today is a very special day for all the health workers. So If you are one of them, please kindly indicate. Please don't forget to tell us the country where you are serving as a health worker. Today is your day. Today is your day. Let us give honor to whom honor is due. We are not just celebrating Florence Nightingale, we are equally celebrating our own. So, our sister Neka Augustina Ede is one of the health workers, and according to her, from United States of America. She's serving at United States of America. So I wish you happy nursing day, happy health workers week. So we have one already in our midst. So please don't waste time. If you are one of them, we have a lot to discuss within this limited time, within this short time. You know, Nurse Ifebuchi Juliet. From where? Even her name, her YouTube name is Nurse Ifebuchi. So today is your day. We are celebrating you. But let us know where you are serving God. Okay, she's serving in Nigeria. Wow. Which part of Nigeria? Juliet. Nurse Ifebuchi Juliet. Which part of Nigeria are you serving? These are the people we are celebrating today. We have gotten 2 health workers. Please, if you are one of them, don't waste our time. Indicate, let's celebrate you. And we have a lot to discuss. As I said, we are going to look at the benefit of the nursing career to encourage upcoming ones. Dorothy Chizobam is serving in United Kingdom. United Kingdom. Our nurse Ifebuchi Juliet is serving at Abeokuta, Ogun State. So you are all welcome, and we are happy to have you. Today is your day. We are celebrating you today, and I know that through this reflection, you are going to receive more blessings. You know, to be a nurse is one of the blessings to humanity. Generally, whether you are being paid or not, nurses, they do humanitarian work. They render humanitarian services. I don't even think the world can do without nurses. Can the world do without nurses? So what I'm saying in essence is that they play an important and indispensable role in the society. And you can imagine what happened during the pandemic. In fact, it was during that pandemic that I started respecting the nurses and all the health workers. When every institution, organizations were completely shut down, nurses and other health workers, they risked their lives. They were going to work. Some of them even died in the process. But that is what the profession is all about. They risked their life. Men of God closed their churches. Places of worship were closed down. But thank God for the nurses. Thank God for health workers. They never shut down for one day. They were there for the people. They were there for the people. So this is one of the reasons why we must celebrate them. This is one of the reasons why everybody must celebrate the nurses. This year's theme, because every year there is always theme for either the nurses day. Okay, for instance, you see what I was talking about during that COVID. Our sister nurse Ifebuche Juliet said, I was diagnosed with COVID-19 that year, but by the glory of God, I survived. So many of them died, and I thank God you survived it. So that's what I'm saying. They took risk. So that's why we are celebrating you people today for the sacrifice you have made. The theme of this year's National Nursing Day, says it all. In fact, they summarize the work, or if you would like, what nursing is all about. The theme of this year, the essence of nursing, and some of their benefits. The theme of this year's National Nursing Day is our nurses, our future, the economic power of care. Our nurses, our future, and then the economic power of care. So when you think of nurses, you think of future. Our future health is in their hands, is in their palm. Without the nurses, we have no future. If we must enjoy a healthy future, then we must have healthy nurses. Our nurses, our future. The easiest way to secure our future health is to ensure that we have healthy nurses, well-trained nurses. I know we have so many quack nurses here and there, and they are the ones that are bringing bad names to these respectable and noble people. Some of the quack nurses who abuse drugs, they don't diagnose the patient, they just presume, and they start treatment without test. Those ones have caused a lot of havoc to the lives of the people. Quack nurses. So those are the ones that are bringing bad name to the nurses. But that notwithstanding, we still have well-trained nurses. Any government that wants to succeed health-wise must take the training. And when we say training, ongoing training. You don't say you have arrived, because the world is evolving. The world is evolving. Just as the way nobody knew about 10 years ago, there was nothing like COVID. COVID was not an issue. But it came. So, and that's why they need to be trained. They have to go for what you call refreshment course, conferences, okay, to be able to get abreast with evolving world, with evolving sicknesses, you know. So a healthy future can only be possible with healthy and well-trained nurses. And then when we talk about the economic power of care, you think of the nurses. The economic power of care, they are the ones that are holding the economic power of care. The most caring people on earth, I hope I'm not exaggerating, are the nurses. Does that make sense? Is it true? You are free to correct me, because I know most of you are health workers. Please, if I say anything that is not true, don't hesitate to raise objection. We are living in a free world. I'm not teaching dogma. This is not my field. Any statement that I make that is not true, please kindly raise objection. Say, objection, my Lord. This one you say is not true. I said that the most caring people, if you want to get married to a, that's why some men would prefer to marry nurses, because they are caring and they are trained to be so. Caregivers. But not all the nurses. We know there are some of them that are just working for money. There are those who are just there because of their money, and they don't even care. Most of them, they just go to hospital for the sake, or go to their working place just to wipe away tear a time. When you see, we have professional nurses, and we have those who have it as a calling, as a vocation. When you meet nurses who have calling, they will not abandon their patient, maybe because nobody has come to relieve them, and then somebody is on the drip. Those of them that are working for money, once it is time for them to leave, they will leave. They don't even give a damn. They are even looking at the time, praying that the time will be up. And then the moment it is time, even if nobody is there to hand over, after all, they have completed their duty. But those of them who have the calling, they cannot leave the patient unattended, whether it is their duty or not. They must be there, and they must ensure that there is somebody they are handing over to. Okay? So, somebody just said that they are like watchdog for patients and for the hospital. Nurses are like, you can now continue with your benefits. I think I have introduced it through the theme of this year's celebration. They are the economic power of care. So if you can remember other benefits or advantage of nurses, go ahead and share with us. So, but the theme of this year's Nursing Day summarizes whatever you are going to say. The economic power of care. So, if you are looking for care, go to nurses. They will give you all the necessary care and attention you need. Doctors may not even have time for nurses, for the patient. They just come, treat, off they go. But nurses are there And there are some places where they even have to clean up the patient. Imagine taking labor. There are so many things. It's not everything a palm wine tapper sees on top of the tree that it comes down to speak about. You know, if you are the kind of person that is sensitive, you cannot be a nurse. There are things you go through, you see, which not everybody can tolerate. And some of these patients, they can be very, very insultive. And you don't blame them. When somebody is sick, what do you expect? You expect the person to be smiling at you? Hospital is not a place where you find people who smile at you. They are always in pain. And psychologically, it affects even you that is taking care of them. Okay, they are always, in fact, the nurses are the one trying to make them happy, trying to, console them. So you are working with people who are in pains, who are suffering. So, and just like somebody who is taking care of prisoners, a prison warder is also a prisoner because they stay in the same wall, in the same prison wall. So, as a nurse, you cannot say you have not been admitted because the same place they admit patients, that is where you work, that is where you stay. Perpetually, you are admitted in the, okay? You are always in the ward, and you see nothing but sick people. So it takes a lot of psychological balance to work as a nurse. Even midwives, some of them tell you what they go through. Do you know in the process the woman can poo-poo? Do you know that in the process, and some people are allergic to blood. So these are the things we take for granted. But some people suffer, psychologically. And the care and the welfare of the nurses must be taken into consideration. Some of them, when you see some of them barking like a dog, it affects them psychologically. When you are working with all these people and you don't take care of yourself, gradually it's affecting you psychologically. Okay? So, generally, nurses help others to achieve wellness. So, and we thank God for good workers like that. Okay? And there are some benefits. We are not just talking about what they do or there are some benefits. So I don't just want to talk about or to scare people away from, some of the benefits. You receive good salary. If you're a nurse working in USA, working in UK, my dear, health workers, in fact, generally, they receive the highest amount of salary. And that is how it's supposed to be. That's how it should be, because the work they give a lot of their time. Some of them work overtime, so they are well paid. It's a very lucrative job. And then they have traveling possibility. I hope you are aware of that. Chances to travel, okay? Travel for seminar, travel for anywhere, any country if you have a good qualification as a health worker, you stand the chance to get a job anywhere, any part of the world. Okay, during that period of COVID, Americans were even looking for staffs here and there. Continual education opportunity. So, as a nurse, as I said, you go for refreshment course, you go for seminars, travel here and there. You can even specialize. Okay? and then career advancement. You have that opportunity. You have it. You can advance your career. And then they are recognized. Are they not recognized? If others doesn't recognize you, at least Father John Damien recognizes you. Nurses are recognized. Somebody just wrote, they are also educators, principal investigators in research. So educators, yes, yeah, they educate. And some nurses who see theirs as a vocation, do you know that they go about like organizing free medical course, seminar for the people, for the local, like here in a few weeks ago, the medical health workers from United States of America, they went to Abia State for free medical treatment. Okay, so there are a lot of things they do, health workers, to assist the people. Okay, that's why I say generally these people, they are caregivers, especially those of them that sees it as a calling, those of them that sees it as vocation. We know there are greedy ones. There are those who work for pay. They just work for pay, and that is it. Okay? Flexibility. We talk about flexibility. They are very flexible. And even in their everything they do, if you are not flexible, you cannot do the work of a nurse. Look at their shifting. They are shifting at times. You may find yourself night shift. At times you may find yourself day shift. So that flexibility must be there. Okay? If you are not flexible, if you are the type that said you must work during the day, my dear, you will not enjoy nursing work. And some of them are even, when I say flexibility, a fellow nurse may approach you, please, can you cover for me? I'm traveling, or I have a place I'm going. So that understanding is there and should be there. But the most important thing is that, as I said, the patient somebody must be there to attend to the patient. So where you have, and I pray that God will always face you with those who have that understanding. Those, they say birds of a same feather flock together. Okay? So, and then you have to be open to work with all kinds of people. There are people you will work with, you will enjoy them. And there are people you will work with, my dear, you just have to be praying for God's mercy. Okay, now, in summary, those of you who are joining us now, today is May 6th, National Nurses Day. And we said that the reason why May 6th has been chosen as National Nurses Day is in honor of Florence Nightingale, the founder of Nurses Guide. I told you that this woman, it is her birthday. Today is her birthday. We are celebrating Florence's birthday today. She was born May 12, 1820. And she died August 13, 1910. What is special about this woman? This English woman? She became famous well known because she was taking care of wounded soldiers during the Crimean War. You see, today now she is being celebrated. So, and this week is Health Workers Week. From today to that 12, when you will celebrate her birthday. So that is National Workers Day, but today is National Nurses Day. So May 12 is her birthday. Actually, May 12 is her birthday. From May 6th to May 12, this is Nurses Week, Health Workers Week. So May 12 is actually the birthday of Florence Nightingale, May 12. So, but today, May 6th, marks the beginning of week-long celebrations. So throughout this week, we are celebrating the nurses. Throughout this week, please, if you see any nurse, give her a hug on my behalf. Even some men and nurses, please celebrate them. Celebrate them. They deserve this celebration for their contributions, for what they have contributed and what they continue to contribute. So, to summarize, and then finally, Nurse Ifebu Chair Julian says nurses are the heartbeat of the healthcare, that is the hospital. I agree with you that they are the heartbeat of the hospital. Do you know that? Let me tell you something. Let me whisper something to your ear. Do you know that some hospitals may do without doctors, but they cannot do without nurses? Are you aware of that? Some hospitals may do without doctors, but they cannot do without nurses. Think about it. Because doctors are there just to give you treatment off the go. But the care you need, even the doctors will just prescribe. Their work is just to prescribe. The nurses are the ones to give you the injection. The nurses are the ones to clean you up. The nurses are the ones to take care of you, and so on and so forth. So, except few doctors that naturally have that care in them, but most of them, they just prescribe off the go. They have done their work. So remember what I told you. If I said anything that is not in line, you are free to raise objection. Okay? So to let you know how important the nurses are. You see now, if I continue now, we are going to exceed our time because there are so many things to talk about. We have not even started talking about the challenges they are facing. Today is just the beginning. Maybe the International Nurses Day will have more time to talk about some of the challenges the nurses are facing. But today you have seen their benefit. You have seen the importance of the nurses. Okay? So I want to use this medium to pray for all the nurses and also to celebrate you all, especially those of you who are connected to this platform. May God bless you. As you are taking care of others, may God take care of you. May God take care of you. As you are taking care of the sick, you will never be sick. The care you give out, may you receive your own care from above. As you are giving out care, may God grant you care and protection in your working place. Remember, you are the power economy of care. You are the economic power of care. The care you will give out, may God supply you, may God fill you with all the necessary care you need to give out to others. I bless you and I celebrate you Happy National Nursing Day. Shalom.